dates, if somebody doesn't want to date you anymore, do you first think, what did I do wrong? In this video, I'm going to share 4 ways to stop taking rejection personally. Number 1, you're probably not compatible. Think of a time that you rejected someone on a dating app or a dating site or after a few dates. It was probably because you weren't feeling the kind of connection you were looking for. I mean, most dates are not going to be a good fit, right? Or they were missing a certain character trait that you felt you needed. So it's not personal if it's not a good fit for you. Number 2, rejection prepares you for the right person. People say rejection is God's protection. Just because one person didn't feel you were a good fit for them doesn't mean that all people will feel that way. Staying with the wrong person and trying to make them into the right person definitely doesn't work. I mean, let me know in the comments if you have ever stayed with the wrong person, hoping somehow that they would just get a little better and improve a little bit and become the right person. Doesn't work. It's not fair to you or them. So rejection helps to clarify what you really need in a relationship, and it prepares you to meet somebody who is a better fit for you instead of trying to mold that other person into the right person. Number 3, it's not you, it's him. Sometimes it's about him and absolutely not about you. The person that you dated might have a fear of intimacy or commitment. Maybe they reject anybody who gets close to them. So if that happens after a few dates and that person starts to freak out and disappears, it's happened to me. I thought we had a great connection. The guy's like really into me and then poof, disappeared. Maybe you scared them because your life is so amazing and it makes him feel worse about his life. We don't know why people do what they do, and it really doesn't matter. We don't want to ask those questions. Why did he do it? What did I do wrong? What we want to do is just understand that rejection in these cases is probably not about you, it's about them. And to ask yourself, like if a person just disappeared and never even told you what was going on, would you want to date somebody who's a poor communicator instead of, why did he disappear? So those are not great qualities that you're looking for. Somebody who's a poor communicator, somebody who's afraid of intimacy, somebody who's an avoidant. So in those cases, it's not you, it's him. Number 4 is sometimes it is about you, and it's okay. I recently found a text from a man who said that I was treating him like he was a coaching client and he didn't like it. This was a long time ago when I first became a coach. And so if that's going on, then I had to step back and say, okay, it is me. I was coaching men. I mean, that is annoying. So I stopped. I stopped telling them what to do. I stopped telling them that they shouldn't be dating yet because they weren't divorced long enough, or they hadn't worked through their issues, or that their anger issues don't have to be that way. I thought it was my job to fix everybody. Whoops. So sometimes it's time to take a step back and get yourself out of the way, get your ego out of the way, so that you can honestly ask yourself if there is something that you need to improve about how you show up in dating. I mean, I just spoke to a woman who is really judgmental on every date. She comes in and she immediately forms conclusions about a man's behavior based on her projection without ever checking it out. So if you have done any of these things that I just mentioned, or maybe it's something of your own, like maybe you're too guarded and men can't really get to know you, or they see you as a friend and not as a romantic interest. Maybe you're oversharing. Maybe you're not sharing enough. We're always able to look at ourselves, or maybe we don't have the ability to look at ourselves, but if we do hear from men about how we are, or you're working with a coach like me who says, you know what, I think you overshared on that first date. Let's treat dates more like an onion, one layer at a time, and don't reveal all of your wounds right away. So if it is about you, it's okay. These men are doing you a favor because they're helping you become better at dating so that the next person is going to get the new and improved you. So rejection again is not personal. It's just that there are some ways, some behaviors that needed some improvement. So let me know if any of these resonate. Number one, you're probably not compatible. Number two, rejection does prepare you for the right person, which is a good thing. Number three, it's not you, it's him. He's got issues and nobody would probably be a good match for him. So it's time to move on. And number four, if it is about you, be self compassionate, take a step back, and do the work. Even if you know all these things, it can still be hard not to take rejection personally. But if you do keep these four things in mind, over time, you're going to take rejection less personally and you're going to see it as the gift that helped you find your last first date.